Hi everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Interior Soapery. Today I'm going to show you how I make my Embed powder and also how I pop it inside my bath bomb. So we'll make some unicorn bath bombs and also the inner powder for the inside. So we'll start off with the inner powders. So for this I'm going to be using 1000 grams of bicarbonate soda. And then after we sift it all, because everything needs to be sifted, we're going to add 650 grams of citric acid. The reason we're actually adding more citric acid than normal is so the bath bomb will fizz and roll, because this, remember, this powder is going to be on the inside, so you really do want it to push itself out in the bath, and that way it will add some color and some fun, because that's what everyone wants when they buy all of these particular bits. So with all of that, you can see here I'm just going to be adding in my citric acid as well, which I've already popped in here. And next we're going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of kaolin clay. Kaolin clay is actually really good because it will help your scent to hold a bit better in the bath bomb, so it smells gorgeous when someone gets it as well. Then I'm going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of milk powder. We won't be adding in any SLSA because when you actually add that, it will foam, and we don't want it to foam. We want this bit to fizz. So your SLSA, you can add that at the end when you do your bath bomb mixture a little bit later. And I am going to be adding in some milk powder, just 1 tablespoon, and I'm also going to be adding into this some cream of tartar. Sorry, I couldn't think of that right now. So with the cream of tartar, I'm going to be adding in 30 grams of that. To be honest, you probably don't need to add that if you really don't want to add that into it, because that's just going to make it hard, because this if you set this aside, it will actually kind of harden, and then you can just crumble it again to put it in the middle. Doesn't need to be in big blocks or anything like that. But this is the way I just personally like to do mine. They're all different ways, of course. And then you just need to be adding in your oils. So for this, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of apricot kernal oil, 1 of jojoba oil, and of course then I'm going to be adding in 1 of fragrance if you want to, but for this one I'm not going to add on any fragrance, because remember that you might use this for different bath bombs and you don't want the fragrance to mix if that's not exactly what you want. So anyway, I'm just going to be mixing it all by hand. You could put it in a machine, but for now I'm just quickly going to be doing it by hand and mixing it all in so that I know it's all combined. And then I'll separate it into my containers so that I can get my colors in there, because I'm going to separate it into lots of colors. So anyway, I'll let you watch this bit and I'll come back in a moment. I'm just basically going to be adding it into each of these containers that you can see. So for these inner bits that you can see, they do look really beautiful and really nice and colourful as well. And I've actually used the dyes that I have actually used here are from Sud Off in Australia. So I will link everything for you so that you know the colours that I've actually used, but they're really good colours. The green one is the teal, the yellow is yellow, the pink is called Azure Red. Okay, so the last colour that we're going to be using is the amethyst from Sud Off in Australia. And so all I've done with these dyes is I've just literally mixed them with 1/4 teaspoon of the dye with double the amount of boiling water, mix them all together and added them in. So now what we're going to be doing is we'll start on our really sweet little unicorn that we're going to be doing. And I'm going to give her a colourful mane down the side, which attracts every little child. They will absolutely love that. But do remember that this mixture that I'm using for this unicorn bath bomb is totally different to the Embed one. The Embed one will actually feel kind of squishy and almost like a sort of a sandy, real thick sand, and then the normal bath bomb mixture should be a little bit drier and will just feel totally different actually. So yeah, so that's the difference with the mixtures. But what I've done here with the mixture for the bath bomb is I've given my unicorn a colourful mane, and then the pink on the front, I'm actually not using a dye. So the pink that you can see, the main pink, is actually a mica. And the reason I've used a mica is sometimes dyes, if you're doing a market or outdoor or the sun gets to it too much, unfortunately they discolour where the micas do not. So that's why I've decided to do it the opposite way around. But the inside will have all the colours that will actually colour the bath. So now she's all done, looking really cute, and I really do love the way that these have turned out, and I'm sure these are going to be so popular with everyone that gets them. I get lots and lots of little girls that come to my stall at the market and they just want a colourful bath bomb to, you know, have a little bit of fun. It's usually their little present for their Sunday market walk around, and so I do sell a lot to younger children, but also the mums and dads will love them too. So I have scented them with some gorgeous scents as well, and I'll have all of these up on my website hopefully by this weekend. The time you see it, they should be live up on the website. And the thing that I'm doing here is I'm just using a cheap plastic mold, nothing exciting, and I've just pushed it nice and tight into the mold, and then all I'm doing is smoothing it out with the knife so that the back of it is also smooth. But honestly, it's not vitally important to have it totally smooth. So and then you just turn it out on the tray, tap it around a tiny bit, very gently, because if you do it roughly, you'll just crack it. So yeah, so do it really gently, and don't get upset if they crack. Sometimes you do get cracks in bath bombs. But either way, it's all done, it's beautiful, and hopefully this has helped. Bye for now.